Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the Akim, the brethren out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to the few and sincere sisters who believe in this gospel. All right, so I want to entitle this lesson, A Day Like Never Before, right? And we're going into the prophecies of what this devil is going to bring forth real soon, right? The draconian measures, the technology that he's going to bring out to enforce those draconian measures, right? And what he's just simply planning on doing, man, right? This devil is planning on being like the Most High. This devil is planning on enforcing complete, utter control over the entire world, right? And we keep on bringing this out, man. One way he's going to do it is through the MOTB, but he's also going to bring out a variety of different advanced or seemingly advanced technologies that he's going to use to try and really enslave the entire world, right? So let's go into this video.
Guys, they're merging the militaries because they can clearly see that they're not going to be able to get American soldiers to cooperate and open fire on American civilians. But they know who they can get to do it, for sure.
I'm glad she said it, because I literally was trying to make a video about this and I didn't know how to say it without the video getting struck down. But because it's not my words, we're okay. Let's move on, because I wanted to talk about it. Directs the Secretary of Defense to appoint an executive agent to synchronize U.S. blank defense technology research, testing, licensing, and joint production. So this is for defense. When you think of defense, you think of being at home, right? Not offense. However, they use the word defense to classify offense and defense. Oh, we're defending ourselves by invading your country. What the fuck is that? But also, intelligence, advanced tech sharing focuses on expanding emerging fusion intelligence and battlefield data networks and expanding cooperative ventures on AI, quantum computing, autonomous systems, direct energy, and cyber warfare. Directed energy, like the dudes that the same lady was talking about when she had her hands, Amy Eskridge. Have we forgot about the scientists? 15 of them missing, and oh, look, how convenient. Autonomous systems, cyber warfare, directed energy, like fusion, nuclear, LRAD. There's many devices that they don't want to talk about. The Jetson. I've made these videos, guys. If you're not paying attention, you need to be following, because I'm out here fucking whistleblowing every goddamn thing that comes under the radar. Remember AI when they asked Claude, said, hey, can we use your AI to use for autonomous weapons? And they said no, and they said, well, fuck you. You're now a national supply chain threat. You're a problem. You're a domestic. Remember that? And then guess who said, sure, no problem? ChatGPT. Sam Altman, the guy who whacked his whistleblower, allegedly. That guy. And who has nothing to do about it, and he goes, oh my god, it must have been his... Yeah, okay. That guy said, sure, no problem, use it for autonomous weapons, which means if an AI decides to, whoops, there it is, like Tesla's driving off of the bridge and saying, we didn't see the lines, and then they could say, we're still in testing, you should have known better to keep your hands on the wheel, not our fault. Oh, what do you mean our AI just went around and mowed down a city? Oh, they had bad intel. What do you mean we bombed an Iranian school? Our AI told us it was a base. Oops, wrong intel. Sorry, not sorry. Sucks to suck. There's no one you can sue. Y'all ain't fucking paying attention enough, and it's fucking scaring me.
Guys, they're merging.
Okay, kind of. Slaki, actually, that wasn't the video that I wanted to play. Well, I had two videos in mind when I made this title. I think was it this one? Was it this one too?
We're now finding out those license plate cameras aren't just recording your butt anymore. It's
Nah, it wouldn't.
It
wasn't this one. It was another video, man, I seen that was showing like drones and stuff like that. The drones that they were planning on using. You know, out here in St. Louis, they've got these police drones that they're planning on using, I'm guessing, to surveillance the city, I think the brother Taziar in KC said that they use the same thing out there in KC. You know, but this is definitely something that they're going to use. This, and then this link up with the IDF is not going to be what you call it. It's not going to be a pretty time in that day. It's not going to be a good time in that day, right? Because there was always the speculation and things like this devil going out here and linking up with like some type of people thought that it was going to be like these Eastern Europeans or these Russians that the U.S. was going to link up with to enforce a homeland type of thing, use homeland enforcement and stuff like that, because they know that American soldiers are going to do it. But them linking up with the IDF, that makes perfect sense in that scenario, because if you know anything about these Israelis, one thing you do know is they are gruesome and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Now they ain't really no super skilled fighters and nothing like that, but they don't give a damn. These are some bloodthirsty motherfuckers, right? Some of the things that they do over there to the Palestinians and things like that is treacherous, right? Now they gonna have a handful because a lot of Americans got guns, and those dudes, they don't really do too well when there's a force fighting back at them, right? But nonetheless, them linking up with the IDF, it makes sense, because we know that these Israelis, they really want to gain complete and total control over America, Babylon the Great, right? Which these are the real people who run Babylon the Great and who Babylon does their bidding for, right? These Israelis, right? They get the most aid from Babylon. They get the most welfare from Babylon, right? And this is just going to, this little integration with the military is just going to prove that, it's going to be another big issue for Babylon. But it's going to backfire on Babylon, because I did another video too. It's going to backfire on Babylon because their interest is not of the American people, right? Their interest is not of the American people. Their interest is solely their own purpose. It's solely their own purpose, and they don't give a damn about destroying and doing whatever they got to do to, fulfill their own agendas. They really don't give a damn about that, right? So these are the people that's gonna bring Babylon into World War III, and it's gonna make shit hotter than fish grease for them, right? But let's go ahead and get into this. Chapter 12 and verse 1 says, the time of the end. Daniel 12 and verse 1. And at that same time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book, right? Because we all know that their real target is Jake, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who their real target is, right? They want to have world domination. Yeah, that's true. Esau's trying to get his birthright back, but one way he's going to try and do that is exterminate the true Israelites, the true biblical Israelites, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they want to come after the prophets too. But what they don't know is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai got a whole can of ass whooping in store for these motherfuckers, right? Because they gonna be shocked. Because yeah, they gonna get the 2/3, but they gonna be shocked, and they gonna be flabbergasted. I don't know if flabbergasted is the right word, but they're gonna be real surprised when they see the true men of the Lord with them spiritual powers, and they can't touch them, right? See, they think that they're invincible right now. They're lifted up with great pride, And they think with their military and their technology is what's really making them seem as powerful as they may seem. But they don't, you know, that's the main thing that they got. They're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they see the men of the Lord with them spiritual powers. And yeah, it's because of the technology that they think that they're so invincible. Call Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's 1:44 Eastern Time. It's the spirit, right? So let's go here to Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him," right? So it says that day, this day is going to be the day of Jacob's trouble. But it's going to be fucked up for these Edomites too. See, Babylon, they think that, these Edomites, they think that they're going to achieve this easy. You know, they're trying to prepare for any uprising and things like that. But mainly, man, these Edomites is gonna give these motherfuckers hell. Jake gonna be giving them hell too, right? But it's really gonna be these Edomites giving these giving the elite and their forces, you know, hell and all type of shit, right? Because they don't know what's really going on. Some may understand that this is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and they're just trying to defy it. But a lot of them, they think that this is just of their own, you know, of their own power and doing. Nah, the Lord allowed you to be able to do what you're doing now. The Lord allowed you to be able to do what you're doing now. It ain't you, nigga. It's all of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's start here. Let's start here at verse 17 in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. And it reads, it says, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" Right? Because look, man, the Lord, during this time, man, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in the world. Not just these particular things, but there's going to be famine, right? There's going to be wars, other wars going on, right? There's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in this day, man. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in this day. And this day ain't going to be no cakewalk, because you see a lot of pride. You see a lot of pride on these people. You see a lot of pride on, you know, you see a lot of pride on these women, right? These 2/3 niggas. You see a lot of pride on these people. And they think that shit is going to be cool. They think, because these people have that faith here in Babylon, right? Their leads are set on this place lasting forever. And it's not gonna go like that, man. It's not gonna happen like that, right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna bring forth a great, gruesome destruction to this place. And ultimately, Esau Edom is gonna be at the tail end of it, right? Because the Lord is doing what? Saving the best for last. Saving the best for last, right? This is verse 19. "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent to scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, Victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice, right? It's going to be so bad in that day, man. There's going to be so few people left on the earth, right? Now, it's still going to be a lot of people. It's still going to be, let's say, millions of people on the earth, right? I don't know the exact number, but people, there's going to be so much death that people are going to be so far and few in between, right? That, you know, you will have a whole entire city that's desolate, right? And it'll be, you know, you'll yearn to run into another person, to hear another human's voice. That's how bad it's going to be in that day. Let's go here to Jeremiah 25 and it's one of my favorite scriptures. Let's start here at 13. It says, and I will bring upon that land all my words which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which Jeremiah hath prophesied against all the nations. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all the nations to drink, unto whom the Lord had sent me, right? Let's go down. 25. Yep, down here to 32. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground, right? So, man, this day of the Lord, right? Day of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, is going to be a great, gruesome day, man. It's going to be a day like no other, right? It's going to be a day like never before in history. Never before this earth has ever seen, man. So look, with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Lord willing, this video lesson was edifying. And until next time, Shalom.